Welcome back, everyone, to I'm No Genius. As always, I am Eli Burgett, joined today by Camden Primer. First off, we want to say Happy Martin Luther King Jr. Day to everyone out there. It's a national holiday for a reason. Very important, man. Very important cause. Cam, name five black people.
Um, no.
Why?
See, it's a real catch-22 here because if I do, it's just like, oh, my black friend said, you know what I mean? But
Mhm.
if I don't, then it shows that I don't know. I don't like that question.
It wasn't really a question. I was just telling you to do it.
Oh, okay.
You don't have to do it. That was just a
Okay.
way. That's just a way to break the ice. How you doing, man?
Oh my God, what an intro. Yeah, happy Marty Day. I'm well. How are you? How are you? You really threw me off there.
Dude, like I missed last week's episode because I was sick, very sick.
Yeah.
Um, Still a little bit.
Oh my
Um,
gosh. That
yeah,
was
but
funny.
I'm powering through it. No worries. I'm doing well this week, and I've just got a lot of energy. So I meant to start my New Year's resolution of getting back into shape last week,
Yeah. Yeah.
but I was infected with the Black Plague, so I couldn't do it. So now I'm trying to play catch up. I woke up at 4:30 on Monday and Tuesday. Today I felt like sleeping in, so I worked out after work before this
Mm,
here
hmm
podcast, which
hmm
leads me to my first talking point of the day. Bad news. My LA Fitness that I go to on the regular is closing.
Leave it to Kenneth to find a gym he enjoys, likes it, consistently goes, and then you shut it down.
I mean, I closed it down. What can I say?
What did you do? Why are they not open anymore?
They said, okay, I can only tell you what the sign said on the outside. Due to the massive elephant herd that is jogging on the track upstairs every morning at 5 a.m., we can't absorb the costs that it will take to repair the rafters. We can't physically hold this fatso whale on legs up, so we must foreclose. And that's basically what it said. Paraphrasing, of course, but that's what it said.
Who are you alluding to yourself?
Yeah, yeah, I'm alluding to myself.
No, you're not a whale or an elephant, Eli.
I feel like it, man. I feel,
I'm
I
trying to think.
feel, I feel whalish.
What animal would I compare you to?
Panda bear.
That's not bad, but even they're a little chunky for you.
I'm wearing the same colors as a panda bear right now, unintentionally.
Yeah, you got a real theme of black going on right now. This first 5 minutes, I'd say you're more of a Udall.
Can you
You're a
elaborate?
Yorkie and a Poodle.
Oh, okay, gotcha. I didn't know what that was.
Yorkie and the fact that you love to talk,
Love it.
um, just because they that's all Yorkies do is bark.
They just yap.
And Poodle and the fact that you are a theater kid in a good way.
Thank you.
Poodles are beautiful.
Would you say that I'm a masculine theater kid?
Yeah, Alexa brings up this point all the time. Um, like you see all these buff actors in superhero movies and the Gladiator movies. They're all theater kids. There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, we're talking to Mr. Renaissance right here. I
Yeah.
love the theater, so shout out them and shout out you.
Yeah, you love the fine arts. Yeah, since you brought up Gladiator, did you see the SNL episode that Paul Mescal hosted? He's the star of Gladiator 2.
Mhm.
Did you see they did kind of like a musical crossover between Wicked and Gladiator in one of the sketches?
You know,
It was quite funny, and apparently Paul Mescal, he's got some pipes on him. He can sing because, theater.
exactly.
Yeah.
Bingo.
So
I think
no,
you should join a community theater.
see, like I'm not kidding, Cam, because Eli Burgett Music, plug, 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 it's taken off. 8,500 followers on TikTok, which just in time for it to get shut down.
And it's closing down too. Way to go. Your timing's impeccable, kid.
I have been thinking about playing music live in front of actual people, which I think would be fun for me, at least for my mental state. That would be fun. Even if I make no money doing it, that would be fun. But since we brought up TikTok closing down, dude, our country is going through changes right now. TikTok, it's been a staple in social media since the pandemic. No?
Yeah, no, it's definitely the preteens in the United States this year right now. That didn't make sense, but you follow.
Yeah.
Changes are happening. Is TikTok really shutting down? I feel like they've been saying this the past year and a half.
Well, every time like Donald Trump, or future President Donald Trump, excuse me, which by the way, happy inauguration day for him. Uh,
It is the 20th right now, this very second.
well, we're recording this several days before, but the 20th is when he will be taking office. Every time he gets asked about TikTok, he says, "Oh, we're going to take a look at TikTok. We need to take a look at TikTok because my poll numbers were up in the younger generation because of TikTok." And that was a terrible accent. I'm so sorry.
No, that was good. It's not going anywhere. I don't think it's going anywhere.
You think TikTok's here to stay?
I don't have any substance or any knowledge on anything, just in general. If I were a gambling man, it's gone for a month. Someone buys it, comes back with a new name. And then we enjoy our funny little brain rot videos.
Well,
And I will watch every one.
I mean, yeah, but like a lot of people are saying, like, Vine was the whole thing back in the early 2010s, and then TikTok kind of replaced Vine. So maybe it's just time for somebody else to replace TikTok.
Yeah, we'll just get another replacement.
Yeah, was Vine banned, by the way? Whatever happened to Vine? Did it just like fizzle out?
I have no idea.
Like, because that app was massive, was it not?
Let me do some research.
Yeah,
Keep
yeah.
talking.
Jamie, go ahead and look that up for us. But
Let
yeah,
me go ahead on that.
I mean, again, back to talking about myself because that's all I want to do.
Please.
Because I'm a udel, as you said.
I missed you. I missed you last week. And Udall's not derogatory. I mean that. You're beautiful.
Thank you. I'm a beautiful udel. TikTok, I've made a home on TikTok for some odd reason. People watch my videos, and after they watch, they are satisfied enough to follow. I don't know why that is. Like really,
Yeah. Yeah.
you post a couple of videos of you singing songs that are not your own, and you show them how to play said songs. Which, by the way, I've been told that I'm not a very good guitarist, and hand up, I'm not a very good guitarist.
Uh-huh.
The guitar is merely something for me to hold while I sing. That
Who's saying you're a bad guitarist?
I'm gonna name drop them right now. It's
Whoa, 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 whoa. Down, boy.
no, it's
Damn.
just somebody on my YouTube channel. They commented on my video in which I played "Should Have Been a Cowboy" by Toby Keith, in which I wore my $35 Amazon cowboy hat, which it's already deformed. I should have just bought an actual cowboy hat, or maybe just no cowboy hat at all.
They're expensive. They're expensive.
Yeah,
Or filter. You could just done a cowboy hat filter.
I mean, yeah, I think that would be fine. You couldn't even tell the difference. This man named Matty McNeil 9265. He
Oh
says,
yeah, I know.
"Excellent voice, bro, but you need to take some guitar lessons. You will benefit from it. Trust me. Good cover." So he's like sandwiching. He's doing the same. Like Kim, you work in sales. He's doing the sandwich method of compliment, criticism, like that cuts deep, and then compliment. Which, by the way, does not work. I see right towards the criticism. What are your thoughts on Mr. Matty McNeil?
Um, Thank you, Maddie McNeil, for watching and commenting.
Yeah,
Big fan of yours because you're a big fan of Eli. That was a backhanded compliment, as backhanded as it gets. Um, yeah, don't say just if you're gonna comment, don't say that. What does he gain from that? I mean, I don't know. Do you read all of them? I guess it's kind of hard not to.
I mean, like I skim through them sometimes, and if like I can see like within the first like three words that it's going to be something negative towards me, I just try to ignore it. but it's not like a lot of times like on Instagram, that's where I get like the most crap. Like
Well,
I
Instagram comments are the nastiest place alive.
yeah, like Instagram Reels and everything. Like there was one video where I had the guitar kind of like sit like propped up, sitting in my lap, and I was posing with it, and somebody said that I looked like Brokeback Mountain, and I was just like, okay, he got me, he got me. Like
That's
I've
good.
never
That's a
seen
good one.
never seen the movie, but I understand the concept.
Why? What? Can you explain that one to me?
Well, Cam, when two cowboys love each other.
Hmm.
I don't know if they love each other. Maybe it's just like a lustful relationship. I
Hmm.
really don't know because I have not seen the movie. But I've heard it's pretty good from it's highly recommended amongst critics. But anyways, this guy, I was wearing a cowboy hat. I had my guitar straddling my lap. He said I look like Brokeback Mountain, and me being me, I could have just let it go because he did. That was a good one. He got
That
me.
was a good one. That was a good
I
one.
I just said, "What's Brokeback Mountain?" Like, and I wanted him to like explain the plot of Brokeback Mountain to me,
No, he won.
but
He won. He beat you.
he beat me. I came back with, that was a 3 out of 10 reply to a
Yeah.
nine out of 10 diss.
Yeah.
Like, you know,
No, he definitely he won the battle, but there's still time left in the war.
perhaps, I mean, like maybe I can look this guy up, see what he's doing nowadays. I mean, whatever, like I see a negative comment, I just click on the profile and see if they have more followers than me. If they do, then I'll say nothing. But if they don't, I'll still say nothing. Like I
That's a
just
good practice.
like just I just do nothing like
Yeah,
altogether. But the music is doing just fine. But Cam, I alluded to this earlier. You're a working man now.
I am.
You're an adult. You're out there in the working force working. You got a couple of days underneath your belt. How do you like the job so far?
It's good. I mean, I do enjoy it. I mean, obviously, I've only had 3 days uh, as to when this comes out, but it's a lot of information. I'm in training. It can be a little overwhelming, but that's expected. There's a lot to learn. But yeah, all the people are very nice. I like who I'm working with. I do have a couple gripes though, and it has nothing to do with Pella. It's
Mhm.
more with myself. One, I wake up way too early. I'm just constantly scared I'm going to be late. I have to be in the office at 10. I get up at 5. Gives me a 5-hour cushion just in case.
In case the
Um,
car breaks down.
just in case.
Yeah,
Um, they gave me a work phone. You are very familiar with this.
I'm very
I have a
familiar.
work
Yeah,
phone. My work phone's nicer than my personal phone. My personal phone still has a home button.
yeah,
Shout out, Dad.
yeah.
And carrying two phones, like, Kevin Gates made it sound really cool. Carrying two phones is very difficult
It is. Yeah,
because I don't know which. I mean, right pocket, right. Follow me here.
yeah.
Right pocket's the go-to. Yeah.
Yes,
So I want to be on my personal phone, obviously not at work, not while I'm working, but I
right.
want to be on my personal phone. That's where my friends and my games are. By the way, Coach Chubby Balls needs one more Retro Bowl to win 100
Are you still grinding on Retro Bowl?
in a row. Oh my God. Remind me later. I'll put the stats. It's incredible. Um, so like that, I feel like that has to be in the priority pocket. That leaves the other phone in the left pocket. I think I found a little system I got going here. As you know, it's negative billion degrees outside. It's cold. It's chilly. That's why you have bubonic.
Yes.
When I get to work, I throw personal phone in do not disturb, and I put it in the right coat pocket. That's like the JV, because hands are always going to pocket. It just depends which one. I
Right.
put the phone pocket in pants. That's way it's always with me. And I take my coat off and leave my personal behind. See, that makes sense? You like
I
that?
I understand what you're saying. I'm going to counter your system
Please,
with my own system because as
please.
you,
You're experienced.
yeah, I got rocking the two phones here. Now you may notice a significant size difference between the
Oh,
personal and the work phone.
looky there.
Yeah, yeah. So yours is kind of the inverse of that. Your work phone is bigger than your personal.
Oh, your personal's bigger than work.
Well, it's really the case because
Mm,
this is an 11,
hmm.
and I got the OtterBox Defender, I
Yeah,
believe
yeah.
that I believe this could block a nuclear strike if
Jeez.
if it came across.
Good.
Yeah, but this one it's much smaller. I stay with me here. I right pocket as well. I need my phone or phones in this case in my right pocket. I stack up. I put
Hmm.
both in the right pocket. Now, this does come to bite me in the butt when I wear tighter pants, but most of the time I'm wearing pretty loose fitting pants. So it doesn't bite me in the butt that much. Put the keys in my left pocket,
Hmm.
wallet back left cheek.
Mm.
Never
Okay.
I never used the back pockets in my life
Uh-huh.
until I started working in the workforce. Now I feel like such a grandpa.
Hmm.
But
Hmm.
yeah, that's my system.
Okay. Red light for you, green light for me. Um, my, how do I say this? This is another gripe that I was going to bring up. You've created the perfect transition for me. My clothes are too tight. Um, my last growth spurt was seventh grade, right?
Yeah,
And we had to dress up for basketball away games because
indeed.
I still have those same clothes. And the gray pants I wore to homecoming, I can still rock those somewhat comfortably. And the khakis that I took from Devin's closet, those fit me nice.
Hmm.
But the blue pants, let me tell you about these blue pants, Eli. I look damn good in them. Damn good.
Right.
Hmm. But I can't bend down for anything. It is a battle trying to tie my shoes.
Yeah.
Nice shoe, by the way, from seventh grade. Battle trying to tie these shoes. So the thought of doubling up phone on phone into pocket, I just can't do it. So right now I've got the winter system going where I got personal in the coat, work in the pant. But I think when summertime rolls around, I don't have coat. I'm gonna have to utilize book bag pocket and or cheek pockets because I have dabbled in the cheek pockets in my life. I've used them, and I am a fan. But my only hold up there. See, I've learned a lot this week.
Right.
Not necessarily about the windows, just about
Just about how to organize your stuff.
about how to. The back pocket has button. Even when button's undone, it's still a little hold up and can rub on said phone. Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah. Well, I'm going to disagree with you there because
Okay.
maybe I don't want to,
No,
insinuate
please,
anything
please.
about you, but like maybe your cheeks are just a little bit flat. Me, I've got a, rounder backside
Hmm.
and, it just slides on and it's a little bit tight of a squeeze, but
See, what you're saying makes no sense.
yeah.
I don't think you heard me when I said I look damn good in the blues. That's because the blues are tight and I got ass for days, Eli.
Okay.
So
Okay.
it is a squeeze back there. It is. And that's where the button comes into play.
Okay.
But we're getting there. We're figuring it out.
I,
This Saturday, I have a date with Target, TJ Maxx, and Kohl's of Grove City.
mhm.
I'm going to shop till I drop,
Right.
and I still have to dabble on the Pella apparel site.
There you go.
Um, but yeah, it's good. It's good.
Yeah, what kind of apparel? What's the dress code at work? What are you wearing when you go to your 9 to 5?
Good question. Good question. I don't know what I'm going to do Friday. I only have three pairs of pants and four nice shirts.
You got to reuse.
There's 5 days in the week, yeah.
I know.
So I've been getting home. Um, Pants, I'm getting minimum two wears out of them before they go in the wash. So pants off, they're already nice and ironed. If they're still look good from the day, I put them back on the bed. Shirts, kind of got to rock with the smell test for multiple times. I think I can get away with two. They're sweaters. I have something underneath that gets washed immediately. Um, but the go-to is a polo underneath, nice slacks, nice shoes, quarter zip or sweater over top.
Okay, so it's business casual, if you will.
Sure, yeah, yeah.
Okay, gotcha. Well, take it from a guy who wears formal suits every day to work.
Yeah, I bet that hurt the bank account when you first started.
It did. I bought in bulk though, which was a good decision because the suits that I bought from, I guess the U.S. government finally found out about it and they, took it down. So, but like
What do you
this,
mean? The suit company?
yeah, it was like probably just a legal Chinese company, but I got mine. It was no big deal. But
Hey, do me a favor, just stop touching things because they all just close. They all just come to end.
That's very true. Maybe I should just stop doing this podcast, honestly, before it ends right underneath me.
Yeah, what's up
Uh,
with that? How come your sing songs get a billion views? And
I don't
maybe,
know,
maybe,
Cam.
listen, I think I might have just found the answer. Maybe we're not funny, and America doesn't need another bunch of white podcasters.
You might be onto something there, Cam.
All right, yeah.
Now, given that information, that very possibly true information, are we going to stop?
Are we going to stop? No, podcasting, no.
Yeah, okay. We're going to take that, we're going to process it, and we're just going to keep going.
Yeah, no, we said it before. This is just our therapy session.
Yeah, exactly. This is really for us, and then occasionally we'll do one for them, but mostly for us. Anyways, yeah, I bought a bunch of suits and everything at one point in time, and the problem was, Cam, I put on some poundage.
Hmm.
In my sedimentary lifestyle that I live, my waistline grew a little bit, and the suits that I wore back in collage did not fit anymore.
Mhm.
So had to revisit the cheap suit store and buy some wider suits, which I'm glad that I bought wider suits because when I inevitably lose the weight,
Mhm.
which knock on wood, I'm praying to God I
You
hope I
will.
lose this
You
weight.
will. You will.
I think it will still look good because think about the 90s, dude. Baggy suits were in the 90s.
Eli.
And
Eli.
I know Cam, I think I can make a comeback with them.
Eli. Eli. I say this once a day. The 90s are back.
90s are back.
So listen, as a guy who has his finger on the pulse,
Yeah,
and by has his finger on the pulse doesn't,
right.
the 90s are back. I've lived in the 90s, and
You
they're back. By
I don't
living in the 90s, I mean I've seen every episode of Friends.
Okay, there you go. Yeah.
Yeah. And they're back, by the way.
Yeah.
That's just what they're saying. That's all they say is the 90s are back, and I believe them.
The 90s are back. What do you mean by that? What is coming back from the 90s to the present day?
Well, think about what life was like in the 90s, what people were doing, what people were wearing,
Mm,
how they acted, right? What they listened to.
right.
Got that in your head?
Yes, Fresh Prince or Seinfeld.
Now they're back.
Oh,
They're
okay.
here now.
Gotcha. All right. No, I like this. Because I like the 90s. We got some of the best moments in pop culture. We got Shawshank Redemption, Pulp Fiction, and Ace Ventura all in the same year, which
Yep.
that's really cool.
Yep.
So yeah, I'm ready for the 90s to make a comeback, and I'm leading the charge with my baggy suits.
I'm right behind you. I have to buy the baggy stuff, but
Yeah.
I'll be there. I'll get there eventually.
Yeah, Cam, I think because, let's be honest, we're not getting any younger here. Eventually, we may have a nice round backside now, but we won't always have that. So those blue pants aren't always going to look good. You might
Uh,
you might need to buy some baggier clothes.
what do you mean we're not always gonna have a nice backside?
I'm just saying that's just I mean Father Time is undefeated, dude.
Yeah.
We're going to age and our backsides along with us.
No, I'll do whatever it takes. I'll fly to Brazil. This is gonna stay. I'm not gonna finish that sentence.
What are you going to do in Brazil, Cam?
Go ahead. You can go ahead and just bleep these next two words out.
Or maybe
My
just don't
no, no, no. Let me
just
go.
don't say them.
No, 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 no. You can bleep. Leave it up. Listen, I want you to leave it up for the listener's interpretation. My, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um, and that's just the way it's gonna be. I hate to break it to you. I hope you have it as long as I will, but it's gonna be.
Just got to keep doing those squats, really.
Probably
And
should have said that. But
then, probably not. Maybe, but the internet's forever. Who cares? Uh, the other day,
yeah, should we stop doing this? I guess you've had a job for a while. You haven't been canceled yet. It's only a matter of time, but you
and
haven't.
and I work in media, so
Ah, and so no one listens to this.
so really, yeah. Nobody like
Nobody watches this. That's cool.
I have coworkers that know of this show, and they still don't watch. They're not gonna do it just for my feelings to spare me.
I
Like,
know.
I appreciate that. At least they're
I
not
wouldn't
watching.
want. Think about it. If you know genuinely, if you four good buddy, I guess five. Adam's on the show. Jeez, um, Colin's on the show.
Yeah.
Shout out them. Um, Five good buddies you knew from high school, right? They're like, hey, we're gonna start a podcast because we think we're the funniest guys alive. Are you listening?
No, 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 no.
I was like, all right,
Well, because like some of the guys that we knew back in high school, they were funny back in high school, but now
Eli, we're not funny either.
I know
To
we're
us, we're funny. To us, we're really funny.
yeah, I know we're those
To
guys.
our moms, oh my God, this is Kevin Hart and Philly Arena.
Yeah,
But to everyone else, it's look at these Joners. What are they doing?
yeah.
Which I'm fine with. Like I said, I just like to hang out with my friends. That's all I want to do.
Yeah,
That's the goal.
that is the goal, Cam. You know, every other TikTok we get a comment, which by the way, any comment is a welcome comment because we need engagement after all. Every other TikTok we get like somebody just saying in quotes, "Bro, let's start a podcast." And I'll just respond, "Yeah, that's how the conversation went."
Bingo.
Yeah, you hit the nail on the head right there.
Bingo.
And over 100 episodes, and I wouldn't say we're still going strong, but we're still going. We're more of like a lifeless zombie corpse that just refuses to get put down. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's exactly what we are.
And I think we're doing just fine, and as a corpse. So
Oh, forget everything we just talked about. Forget everything. Everything that we just talked about, forget it. Okay? I finished all the Harry Potters, Eli. I don't know how I haven't talked to you in forever. You were dead last week.
I was in the Deathly Hallows last week. I mean,
Shame.
yeah.
I see you did that.
Thank you. Tell me about it.
Spoiler alert. For, ev- for everyone who was like for everyone who was like me,
The movies and books came out over like a decade ago.
for everyone who was like me, that shit was awesome. That shit rocked. Harry was a Horcrux. Get out of here.
Yeah.
Dumbledore's the goat. I don't care that he tortured Ariana. I don't care. She was a squib. She was crazy. I don't care.
Wow.
Shout out Aberforth. I guess Ariana did help at the end. Shout out Aberforth. That was crazy. J.K. Rowling thought of everything. Um, let's see here. When Ron Weasley ran away, I guess he came back. I don't care.
Yeah.
Tonks and Lupin die. They're dead. They have a baby. There's a child they brought into this world and they die. What else happened? George, wait, did George or Fred die?
Fred.
Fred and or George die.
Yeah.
Who else died? Mad Eye Moody's dead.
You're just dropping everybody.
Fucking Dobby. Oh, Dobby's dead.
That was my reaction too when it first
Yeah.
happened back in 2011.
Whatever, bro. I was reading that part in the book, and the chapter ends, and Dobby's dead. There's a knife in him,
Yep.
and Alexa's already asleep. And I slammed the book closed and threw it on my desk. She's like, "What's wrong?" I was like, "I don't want to talk about it." And just went to bed. I was so hurt.
So, Cam, as somebody who read the books and then immediately watched the movies afterwards, how was the adaptation? Was it one for one, or was it a little bit? It's been forever since I've read the books, but I watch the movies all the time. How was the adaptation?
Follow here. Sorcerer's Stone is damn near identical.
Hmm.
They leave out like two parts, and it's like just Snape officiating a Quidditch game. That's really it. That's because the book's short. Don't tell me. Chamber of Secrets is also very similar to the book. They leave out very minor details that really don't matter. Now, Prisoner of Azkaban, there's a lot of from Prisoner of Azkaban on, they hit every major plot point, obviously.
Yeah.
There are a lot of differences and there's a lot of stuff left out, which makes sense. If shout out Kyle Thompson, one of the athletic trainers at OCU.
Hmm.
He's a biggest Harry Potter fan I know. Knows everything. He was like, if you look at the audiobooks, it takes 10 hours to listen to the entire book. How are you supposed to squeeze all that to a 2.5 hour movie? You just can't.
You can't do it.
You can't do it.
Well,
So
if you take out narration, I mean, you're not narrating every single action during the movie. Sometimes, like because a picture says 1,000 words.
yeah, no, I hear you. All right, so you get rid of narration. You have 6 hours left of stuff that happens.
Still a lot, yeah.
Yeah. So for not being able to fit everything in, obviously, and for changing what they had to for cinema, I was extremely happy with what I watched. I mean, I think the books are better just because I like being that guy. Oh,
Mm.
the book is different
Yeah,
here. It's like,
because you're a fine arts man,
because
aren't you?
I'm a man of class. Thank you.
Right.
Um, and ass, champ. But the books are very good, but the movies are also phenomenal. I can't wait to watch them all next year. Trivia question for you: what is the longest Harry Potter movie?
Is it Goblet of Fire?
No,
What is it?
take another guess.
Okay, I don't. Well, again, Sorcerer's Stone. We just established is a pretty short story. Um. Oh,
What?
yeah, a Chamber of Secrets. I know it's the longest
Yes, it is.
because
That's surprising.
I do remember thinking it dragged a little bit, but you know,
Yeah, you'll have that. You'll have that. There's a lot
Goblet
to get
of
in there.
Goblet of Fire was the longest book. You saw that book. It was fat.
Oh yeah, I'm staring at it right now. Actually, no, it's not. Goblet of Fire is not the longest.
Which one's the longest?
I mean, if my listen, I got good eyes. 2015, actually.
Mm.
That was 10 years ago. Um, I'm looking right now at both books. Order of the Phoenix has a fatter width.
Maybe did it take? I mean, maybe it just took longer reading it. You know, maybe
Are you calling me dumb? Are you
I'm not.
calling me dumb?
I'm not calling you dumb. I'm just
You
saying
calling?
maybe you stretched out the cover and now it's a little bit fatter.
All right, let's make a bet. What do you think's longer?
I'm saying Goblet of Fire. That's my horse. You bought the box set?
No, Allie Cartwright. Oh, Allie Primer. She's not Cartwright. It's my
Yeah.
sister-in-law.
Yeah. How long have they been married? Dude,
Uh,
like,
2 years.
it's 2 years.
She bought me the shit. She bought me the box set for my birthday.
Mm. And it was wait, your birthday this like in 2023
August.
in
I was
2024?
moving. I was doing work.
Okay. What's that like a book a month?
Uh, yeah, just about. I
That's
didn't take very many breaks.
that's a pretty good pace, I would say.
All right, here we go. Goblet of Fire.
Okay.
Let's
Here
do
we
more
go.
trivia. When do you think this was published?
When was it published?
Mhm.
I know the books take place in like the early 90s, so I think Sorcerer's Stone takes place in 93. So I'm going to say 1998 for the Goblet of Fire.
2000.
Dang it. JK, get a better pace for your books. Come on.
Jake. All right, here we go. Goblet of Fire, 734 pages.
That's a monster. That is a monster right there.
There you have it. Order of the Phoenix. When was it published?
2002.
Close. 3.
Dang it.
All right, what was the number I just told you?
730 something.
53. 870, Bergie.
Wow.
Smoked it.
Wasn't even close by 100
Smoked
pages.
Deathly Hollows was I'm sure this is great for all of us.
This is great content, yeah.
This is good. Maybe this is why no one listens to us.
I mean, we're having a good time. I don't see why not.
I'm loving this.
Yeah, this is good.
759.
Wow, so it's not
Go ahead.
it's not even the second longest book, Goblet of Fire.
759, 753.
Eight.
Oh, Snape's the Half-Blood Prince, by the way. Isn't that something?
Yeah, Cam, again. You keep saying spoiler, like you say like this is breaking
And,
news.
Eli, it's my turn now. And Snape was in love with Lily, his mom.
Yeah.
Something. It's
Wait,
awesome.
hey, I'll give you a trivia question. What was Harry's mom's maiden name?
Uh, Mrs. No, don't tell me. Lily. Lily.
Lily.
Lily. Lily.
Say it like if you say it like Snape, I'll give you $500.
Lily.
Lily.
Lily. Lily Potter.
Lily. The boy must die.
I don't know. What is it?
Her last name was Evans.
Ah,
Lily,
shoot, I knew that.
Lily Evans.
Lily Evan.
Which, by the way, Alan Rickman, he died 9 years ago. So thank you for all the memories.
Good for him.
Yeah,
How
very,
did I
very
do
good.
this?
Yeah,
Let's talk about Deathly Hallows some more. Let's keep talking Potter.
yeah. Let's keep talking.
I'm not. This isn't gonna work.
Did you just took all the books out? You can't get them back in?
It took me 30 minutes to get them all back in.
Just swipe them off the desk and pick them up later.
I could. I'm gonna do this while I talk.
You got paperback too.
Yeah. What was I saying? Oh, so there's an epilogue.
There is 19 years later.
19 years later, and I really liked how it ended. Now, I wish there was some information on what Harry was doing. Like, did he become an Auror? He wanted to be an Auror. Did he become that? No one knows. Then I learned there's a play
Yep.
called The Cursed Child.
Yeah. Yep.
And weirdly enough, we touched on this earlier. You are a theater kid,
A bit of a theater kid. Yeah.
as am I. Have you seen or read said play?
Uh, no and no, but I know of it, and I know what the plot is, and so I'm very comfortable having never read it.
Okay. Because I heard it was bad.
Pretty bad.
And I hate that JK made it canon. Why did she do that?
Because she's the creator and she's richer than the Queen of England. Well, was. You know, she's dead now.
Lizzie's dead.
Yeah, she's very dead. But, you know, she's got money and creative influence, so she can do whatever she wants.
What's the plot? Basically, they go back to the Goblet of Fire and try to save Cedric. Is that pretty much just it?
Yeah, so I'll give you the Cliff Notes version. So basically,
Oh, spoiler alert.
yeah, spoiler
Hey,
alert
be
for
careful.
for a terrible stage play that nobody saw. Anyways, Harry's son, this like takes place I think after the 19 years later thing, because like a common complaint was like, oh JK, why couldn't they use the time turner to go back and like kill Voldemort as a baby or whatever, like you know
Yeah.
the Hitler paradox,
Yes.
that sort of thing. And basically, well, she said, well, so Harry's son in my new book, he goes back in time to save Cedric, and then when they come back to the future, there's like wizard Nazis ruling the world because you know it has to be related to Hitler, obviously. And you know, it just didn't work. Everything worked out terribly. So the whole thing was them, you know, undoing, re-killing Cedric Diggory, which very, very terrible, really.
Dang. But when they use the time turner in Prisoner of Azkaban,
Yes.
uh, like that moment just keeps happening. Why did it? How did
Because Cam,
Eli? Why?
you have to. I'm going to tell you.
Okay.
This is my knowledge of the Harry Potter universe. You
Okay.
got to use the time turner in a way so that time keeps repeating itself. It goes in a loop. You have to complete the loop, otherwise, chaos will ensue. So, by saving Cedric Diggory's life, they cannot complete the loop anymore.
That makes sense. Thank you. That made sense.
And so, chaos ensued.
Chaos did ensue.
Yeah.
Well, is Voldemort in that?
Cam, I don't know. That is literally all I know. When I said Cliff Notes, I meant that is everything that I know about this play.
Okay. Yeah. And I'm glad not seeing it or reading it.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, like, well, by the way, Cam, since you're a Potterhead now, uh, yeah, that's the fan base. That's what they're called, man.
Potterheads? They had nothing better.
Because you know, all that and everything. Potter heads. Know what I mean?
Oh, that
You,
makes way more sense. I might be an idiot.
what were you thinking of?
I just thought that was a dumbass name. Potterheads? Like, what?
Yeah, it's a
But
play.
pothead, Potterheads, I get you now.
It's a play on words. Anyways, HBO Max, or it's just Max now. They are producing a new Harry Potter series in which they tell the same story over again
Again.
with new actors and stuff. So
Hopefully more detail. You think it's a little early?
I think it is far too early
I do too.
because you know I don't know. I'm trying to compare like there's like a Lord of the Rings movie from like the 70s, and I guess that was 20 years or so like when they made the Lord of the Rings movies in the 2000s, which by the way, if you're looking for new books or new movies to watch,
I know.
Lord of the Rings might be the move for
I
you.
know, but it's daunting. There's so long
I mean,
and
Cam,
there's so much knowledge.
I get it. I get it. But at the end of it, you will feel like I know you already feel like more of a superior being because you're a lover of the arts.
Mhm.
You will feel like so much more of a superior being having completed all the books and watching all the movies.
Mhm. Okay, we're gonna put a pin on that and come back to it.
Okay, but anyways, Lord of the Rings, they did like an adaptation like 20 years later. I mean, we're not even 15 years like out from the last Harry Potter movie.
Mhm.
And those movies were basically universally loved.
Yeah,
Why do we have to reboot something that everybody already loved?
I am. I am excited for the series. I hope it's exactly like the book. I think it's good because they can have as many episodes as possible, make them as long as they need to hit everything, but they have to be perfect. They have to be. To
Well,
bring it back this early, they have to be perfect.
Cam, that's the thing though. I mean, we're in the age of modern television right now. I mean, if they made this series back in the 2000s, we would have gotten 6 seasons, 22 episodes per, and probably a sequel movie. So we would have had about, 90 hours of television right there to consume. We're in the modern age right now. We're going to get a 6 episode season, about 45 minutes long per episode, and that'll last for about 4 seasons. And then that is it. That is all we're going to get. So it's basically like we're just getting the movies over again, just in series form.
I'll be pissed, Eli.
I mean, Cam, do you really want to see?
I'll be pissed. You think they're doing it because JK's still alive?
Yeah, 100%.
That makes sense. How old is she?
Early 50s, maybe?
Well, let's play a game. We have the internet at our tips.
We do have the internet, and it's a very useful tool. I mean, working in news, I just Google stuff all the time, and it's just
No.
very, very, very useful if I need facts. Because I think J.K. was a relatively young lady when she wrote the Harry Potter books, so she
Oh,
became like she.
59.
Oh, okay, so late 50s. So she would have been what, like late 20s and 90s when she wrote it. So
What was J.K. Rowling doing before Harry Potter?
nothing. She was doing nothing with her life.
She was a bilingual secretary, researcher, and English teacher. Oh, well,
Oh,
that's
okay.
fine, I guess.
So okay, she was an English teacher.
That makes sense. Do you think you could create a world just a whole nother world with words? That sounded
Yes.
profound.
Wow, you Cam, you might. I mean, I was kidding before when you said you're a lover of the arts and a high class individual, but you're onto something there.
Time
That
out, bro.
that
Time out. Picture this. You're reading a book. You get to
yeah.
the very end, and this is on the back page.
Wait, Cam, I have to ask you. So if you were an author, I'm just going to conduct this as if I'm interviewing an actual author.
This is on the back page.
So
You reading that book?
I'm sitting here with beloved author Jingleheimer Smiggenbob. Jingleheimer, I have to ask you, why did you? That's not your legal name. Why did you use that pseudonym to create your universe?
Because art.
It's so profound. how you can say two words and make it feel like an eternity. Now, Jingleheimer, your last book, the latest in the series, it got a lot of flack online. A lot of the critics didn't necessarily like it because you wrote two words on the front page and they were F you, and then the rest of the 900 pages were blank. What do you have to say to those people?
They don't see like me.
Yeah, it's emotional.
I hate this. Let's stop.
That was good. That was really because they don't see. Like, I love how you were like smoking a fake cigarette the entire. We're indoors too, so that would have been a fire hazard.
Yes. This. Yes. Thanks.
Oh yeah. So to answer your question, Cam, I do think I could create a universe. I mean, I'm no stranger to writing. I love creative writing. I write creatively every single day for my job. Even though
Yeah,
it's not
you make up fake news stories. You're great
no,
at it.
no, even though it's nonfiction, I do have to get creative with it sometimes to make it seem interesting when it's really not. But
Did you do that with this show? Maybe.
Cam, if you check the last TikTok that I made for one of my stories, it had no more likes than our last, video that we posted on Instagram.
Maybe
So
we should just sing.
just sing all the time.
Yeah, it seems to be working for you.
I mean, I guess so. And Cam, if I'm referencing "Seize the Day" back in sixth grade,
No, we're not doing that.
I think we can. We can definitely do a duet.
No.
Okay, fine. Sorry, I struck a nerve there. But to answer
That is
your
a good song.
it's a very good song. To answer your question, Cam, I would say that I can create a fictional universe, but it probably wouldn't be very good.
Yeah, there's like she just threw everything in there and it all wrapped up in one big bow and it worked perfect. I mean, in the last book, she was pulling shit from book one.
I,
Like that like she
yeah,
needed to bring up.
that's a literary device. I believe it's called a callback.
I loved it. Whatever it
Well,
was.
well, good, Cam. I mean, I know I've referenced Lord of the Rings, but you're done with this Potter journey. What's next for you? Other than marriage and family man or all that bull crap. I'm talking about what's important. Which books are you reading next?
I've been thinking about this, and this is my genuine answer. When I have my own home, I want to have like an office so I can do business stuff.
And Cam, not an office. You're a high class individual. It's a study.
I would like Thank you.
You're welcome.
Now that you say that, I want even more. I need a study.
Hmm.
In the study, I want my entire backdrop to be a giant bookcase. Okay.
Yes.
In the bookcase is going to be every book I've ever read. You know why? Because I own every book I've ever read. I still have it.
Right.
I have it
Uh,
in
hardback or paperback?
both. In a Riddell football helmet box in my closet, you will find every book on Taze Valley's summer reading list
There you go.
from seventh grade to senior year.
You have Cry the Beloved Country?
Eli, I have it. Name another one.
Fahrenheit 451.
Got it.
Of Mice and Men.
Got it. Great book.
Of Mice and Men might be my favorite book of all time
It is.
because
It's actually up there because it's 100 pages and it's old and it made sense.
yeah, that's exactly the reason why. Like, I mean, Cam, it's 100 pages long, and I've got a short attention span. I like movies. I
Yes,
understand. I understand. I need the book to be short. But anyways, you got a lot of books.
I have a lot of books and I want them all in the bookcase so I look smarter than what I really am. And they're gonna ask
Hmm.
me, "Oh, which one's your favorite?" And I'm gonna say my next one.
Mm,
Mhm.
that's really so. Will this be kind of an infinite bookcase that you will just keep adding
Yeah, but
books to?
I'm not gonna read until this is real life. So
Okay.
we might be on hold. Like I refuse to read another word. I'm gonna get emails from work and it's like I can't.
You, you devoted your entire life to reading.
I'm practicing illiteracy.
Okay, I'm with you. That seems like a solid plan, Cam. Have you
What
consulted?
if I forgot how to read? What? You know how tragic that would be?
If you just lost your ability to read,
Yeah, that'd be horrible.
that would be bad. Like,
I miss
because
every episode because I can't read your text.
I saw this video, like you know how on TikTok, again, rest in peace TikTok.
RIP.
If you're gone, but I saw a video on TikTok where you know those like social like experiments and everything. It was like we brought like five bodybuilders together, or we brought like
Yeah.
all those people and everything. He says we brought five men together, and they wrote down on a piece of paper their deepest, darkest secrets. But then like they take a beat and then it says, but they're all illiterate. and, and then the guy pulls out the first one. He goes like, yeah, there's there's words here, obviously. Um, I'm trying to make it out, but I can't necessarily. It's just a lot of that stuff.
Yeah.
So it's just, and yeah, it's making fun of illiteracy, which is not a joke, by the way. It's a
Get
serious,
out there and read.
it's a serious issue in our country. Read, people. Is it a serious issue? I don't know if it's that serious.
Hope not.
Yes, sir. Not being able to read, even though I don't like reading, that sucks.
I have to like the book that I'm reading to enjoy reading. But when I do, I can read.
No, well, I mean, Cam, if you're
Write
looking
it down.
for, I mean, I can only give you my knowledge of literature from seventh grade. Was the last time
Mhm.
like I was an avid reader.
Mhm.
I can recommend you the Hunger Games books, and then
I'll stop you there. Read them all.
you've read them all and you watched them all.
Next, please. Next, please. Speaking
Uh,
of Hunger Games, found it. Found my next book. Suzanne Collins is writing a prequel, another prequel, because did you see Ballads of Songbirds and Snakes?
she's writing a sequel to the prequel.
A sequel to the prequel. Yes, it's an in-betweener. But did you see
Mhm.
that movie?
I did see the movie, pretty good.
Good movie. Book's better. But she
Wow.
is writing about Hamish Abernathy's 50th Hunger Games.
16-year-old Haymitch.
Can't wait to read that one.
Yeah. I mean, it was only a matter of time. That story is basically like it's just take my money, please, and give me the story, basically. Honestly, people are already like wanting a movie adaptation before the book even comes out.
No,
And
I
I'm
think
just
it's not. I think it's signed on. Like they're signed on for the movie already.
well, I know that's the thing. Like I'm just like,
Yeah.
okay, why don't we see what the book entails first, and then we'll be able to cast,
Yeah.
actors for
It's
it.
gonna be a banger. I already know.
I,
I just
I'm
know.
I'm
Guy
sure
like me. Look, guy like me, man of the arts, avid reader. I know.
I'm sure it's going to be great. I'm sure it's going to be great. But my problem is I'm seeing the fan casts online. Now, we have to keep in mind Hamish Abernathy, if I'm saying his name correctly, is 16 years old in the 50th Hunger Games. He's going up against 47 opponents, twice the amount of the usual Hunger Games. Um, they want, I believe, 27-year-old Drew Starkey to play 16-year-old Hamish Abernathy. Now, if you're not familiar with Drew Starkey's work, he is Rafe on Outer Banks. Now, he's a good actor, very talented, very handsome. He's also old as heck. I don't need him playing a prepubescent teenager in my Hunger Games movie. Your thoughts?
I think if he would be great because he is a very good actor and he's good at playing a psychopath.
Right.
He is elderly.
Hmm.
He is. Um, I didn't want to break the news, but I guess I have to. I've accepted the position as Hamish Abernathy. I will be playing 16-year-old Hamish. Yes,
You interviewed, you sent in your resume, job application.
didn't have
Like,
to.
really, they just
More of a
offered.
vibes thing. I walked past the studio and they were like, "You want it?" I said, "Yeah." So it's mine.
Okay.
I will
Yeah,
be embodying the character
right.
in the best way fit. I've actually already read the book. Yeah.
Mm. Will there be an explanation? I know, like, fiction, we can do a lot of different things. Will there be an explanation as to why a 23-year-old, Latin American looking gentleman turns into a blonde Woody Harrelson in his later years?
Yeah, you'll just have to wait and read it.
Okay.
Fun little tidbit. I don't know if Susie wants me to say this yet, but this one's actually nonfiction. Um,
Oh, for the real?
I will actually be getting in the arena, and none of it's going to be televised or anything, so like that's a little different. But I will be fighting to the death.
It's,
It's all real. If I win, then she releases the book. If I lose, then no.
it's documentary style filmmaking.
Mhm.
Gotcha. That
No, no,
sounds
they're going to take the footage from what happens, study it, rewrite the book.
okay. So
Hey, I'm a little fried here. I'm done. My brain is mush right now. We can't do this any longer. I'm not making sense.
you're making plenty of sense, dude, and I cannot wait to see. Well, I mean, I guess I won't see it if you die, so I live through it, I
I'll
guess.
keep you updated.
Oh, yeah, keep me updated. We'll post updates on the I'm No Genius social media pages. Cam, we're a couple of intellectuals, aren't we? You know,
Yeah,
we're
we
we're
are.
we're we're a
We
couple of
always
guys.
seem to come back to this.
We're a couple of guys who love the arts. So, what can we, let's take our infinite art wisdom and let's try to make a life lesson towards the younger generation out there. Because despite how many f bombs you dropped today, kids are
It
watching.
was one, and you're gonna bleep it out.
Yeah.
You're also gonna bleep out the description of my bum,
Yep.
or not. Sham. Kids these days, get out there. Read everything. I had vivid memories sitting in mass, reading the music sheet, every word. And after every song, I would read it. I'd read the first line, I'd read it as the song, and then I'd go up and read the second line, and then I'd read the third line. And I'd look up at mom and said, Mom, I just read this whole song. And she'd look at me and go, Shh. I'd say, All right, it sounds good. But I read the whole thing, and I love to read. And reading is good. Reading is fun. Read.
Reading is fun for everyone.
Yes.
I mean, yeah, Cam, I'm just going to second what you said right there. Whether your thing is Harry Potter books, which are great, Lord of the Rings books, which are great, Hunger Games books, which are okay, the movies are better.
No, you're crazy. Listen, I've read the books. They're better.
Okay, that's your thing, man. Or whether your thing is Twilight books, which I don't think anybody should read
No.
because really it's just a middle-aged woman writing about 1,000-year-old vampire falling in love with a 17-year-old, and you can say that his frontal lobe wasn't developed when he got bitten, and it's still not developed to this day. Doesn't make it not weird. So let's just accept that. So in short, Harry Potter good, Lord of the Rings good, Hunger Games up for debate, Twilight don't touch it. Literature is life.
Hmm.
No, I mean,
I read.
all right, yeah,
See what I did
yeah,
there?
yeah. I got you. I got you. Yeah. There's no other way. We can't extend this any further, and we're at an
Hey,
hour.
hey,
So
hey, if you're listening, sorry.
no, this is a great episode.
That's our bad.
This is this
Sorry.
this is this is nowhere near our worst episode, Cam.
I know. Isn't that horrible?
That's really bad. Yeah, we're fine.
It's
But
good.
I'm gonna wrap this up. From everyone here at I'm No Genius, I'm Eli. He's Cam. Thank you for watching, listening on your mobile device or car radio, and we'll see you next time. Bye bye.